here to celebrate World Breastfeeding Week. You know, as we are in the environment that exclusive breastfeeding is low. So our aim here is to strengthening the exclusive breastfeeding from the day 1 to 6 months and continue breastfeeding up to 2 years of life. Then we are strengthening human. You know, women, they are the heart of the community. We carry life, we have all life, we carry nature. So we are the heart of each community. So we are here to support, protect, and promote the exclusive breastfeeding from the date of birth to 6 months, and from the 6 months to 12 months, continue breastfeeding up to 12 months of life, up to 2 years of life. Advantage of exclusive breastfeeding is aid in development, boost immune, and the nutrition requirement of each born baby is within that breast milk. So if you miss the breast milk and other food, which may hinder the growth of the baby. So as you know, Kano has a huge amount of, we are facing a burden of malnutrition. So exclusive breastfeeding and continue breastfeeding up to 2 years, we believe that it prevents malnutrition in this kind.
How many days are you taking to celebrate this? How many days?
It's 7 days for which Kano we are going to celebrate this week for 3 days. Bai wa yaro nono tun daga haihuwa zuwa wata 6 ba karamin abu bane. So yana da muhimmanci, muna son mutane su gane cewa a ba wa yaro nono zalla daga haihuwa zuwa wata 6 shi yake hana yaro ya samu wannan ciwon da muke fama da ita ta tamowa. Sannan da in an ba shi nono zalla daga haihuwa zuwa wata 6, to daga wata 6 ma zuwa shekara 2 ana son mutum ya ci gaba da ba wa yaronsa nono kuma ya hada da abinci daga wata 6 zuwa sama. In ba haka ba yaro zai iya fada cikin matsalar tamowa.
Wani kokari gwamnati take domin tabbatar da ganin ana bai wa cikakken shayarwa ta nono?
So ta bangaren gwamnati, gaskiya gwamnati tana kokari wajen faɗakarwa. Akwai muna raise din awareness nutrition education inda ake bada counseling, da kuma gwamnati ta buɗe guri na bangaren tamowa. In yaro ya samu wannan, muna da 98 simam center in Kano, kuma muna kokarin wajen wayar da kai mutane su gane cewa nono zalla ya fi fa'ida fiye da abinci. Duk abin da yaro yake bukata a cikin nonon zai samu. So gwamnati tana kokarin wannan. Kowane asibiti muna da nutrition specialist, dietitian da suke bada counseling da ga iyaye mata, har da community ma muna da CB community volunteers da suke wannan abubuwan a cikin community.
As you know, we are celebrating today the World Breastfeeding Day for this, and this is a week-long celebration, and we have number of activities around it. And this year theme is breastfeeding for a sustainable start in life, strengthen what works. And you know, this is the most important day for us, so that we can put emphasis on the breastfeeding, which is one of the most important sustainable food for the child, but also a vaccine for the lifelong support in terms of avoiding later in the life malnutrition, other diseases, but also helps them in a cognitive development, physical development, and improve their productivity in life. We have a good practices in Nigeria. For example, 90% of the women start, do breastfeeding, but we have far behind from the standards of only 10% or the 9% of women only start in the first hour of that breastfeeding, and also only 10% do the exclusive breastfeeding in the first 6 months of the life, which are the most important 2 indicators for us to do that one. And our message is that we start breastfeeding in the first hour of the birth, and also we do exclusive breastfeeding from 6 months to 2 years, 6 months in the exclusive breastfeeding and continue for 2 years of that one. As you know, this is a mother's responsibility, but we have a collective community and government responsibility as well to support mothers in that process. So that's why we are calling an enabling environment and a good support to the mothers so that they could be exclusively breastfeed their children. In that process, we also called upon the governments to enact this 6 months maternity leaves so that women have more chances and opportunities to upbring their children and do breastfeeding during these important times of their children age. Because that can create an enabling environment and exclusive places for breastfeeding and their leaves around that one. So that's what we are calling for that. Um, uh, and as we mark the World Breastfeeding Week, let us affirm our collective commitment that every mother deserves support, every baby deserves the best start in life, and every community has a role to play in making breastfeeding possible. So UNICEF is remain committed to support the community, particularly, and also government of Nigeria and our partners, so that every child survives, thrives, and reach their full potential. So we wish all meaningful and impactful breastfeeding week for 2026. Thank you very much for your attention and presence, and everybody for their participation, and thanks government for taking leadership on that one. Thank you everyone.
I am Shetima Kyari Karube. I represent JAPIGO. JAPIGO stands for Johns Hopkins International Education for Obstetric and Gynecology. We started implementing in Kano a long time ago, early last year. We have been supporting the Kano state government in implementing nutrition programs and the maternal, newborn, and child health. So as part of this campaign, as you can see, the theme for this year is breastfeeding for sustainable development. So as part of JAPIGO's program, we also support the government in secondary healthcare facilities in trying to see that all children that are given birth to at secondary facilities receive exclusive breastfeeding, early initiation of breastfeeding, and then they are well breastfed for 2 years and beyond. So this is the scope of what we do in JAPIGO. And then we also support the government in maternal, newborn, and child health programs, the ANC, the maternity, and all these sections in secondary facility is where we support in Kano State. I think in Kano, we have a lot of misconceptions when it comes to exclusive breastfeeding. You know, we live in a community whereby there are a lot of myths and misconceptions when it comes to breastfeeding. So as part of this campaign, we are trying to see that the people in Kano metropolis are aware and beyond are aware of the importance of breastfeeding a child early enough for him to reap the benefits of breastfeeding, because it is an early start in life. That's the best thing a child can get at that age and time.
My name is Saadat Suleiman, the chairperson of Nutrition Society of Nigeria, Kano State Chapter.
Why are you part of this sensitization campaign?
And the reason why we are part of this sensitization campaign is because maternal and child nutrition is one of the key priority area of Nutrition Society of Nigeria, and the whole, not just Kano State Chapter. And we've been supporting the government, the federal government and the state government, to ensure that healthcare providers' capacity in ensuring that the mothers are breastfeeding their child using the World Health Organization recommendation is done. And in addition, we also support the government to provide advice and also to provide technical support in form of the development of strategies, guidelines, and policies that regards to maternal and child nutrition overall.
My name is Alima Katagum. I represent NAFTA. Our main role is to control the marketing of this breast milk substitute to actually encourage the mothers from doing exclusive breastfeeding from 0 to 6 months. So we come in by controlling the marketing. That's the aggressive marketing of this breast milk substitute, like your follow-up milk, your instant milk, so that mothers will not rely on them. We control it by, these are the rules. You don't market them, you don't promote them. We don't want to see even promotional materials such as virals, flyers. So in that way, we regulate the marketing of those breast milk substitute. That is our major role. So we come in through that way.
My name is Salman Muhammad from Civil Society of Scaling of Nutrition in Nigeria, CSON, Kano State Chapter, as a state coordinator.
Okay. What is your role? What is the role of your organization?
Yes,
This breastfeeding.
our role is to advocate, to sensitize, especially the people, pregnant women, on the issue of exclusive breastfeeding, because exclusive breastfeeding is very important. And also to advocate to the Ministry of Health, to another MDS on maternity leave. That is 6 months maternity leave. That is our main role.